Hi, I'm Randy Darr of SoilRight Consulting Services, the founder of the company. We started in 1986. We specialize in soil and plant health and all the issues involved with that. Here today we're looking at a field of corn here that we work on locally. We want to describe why the differences are of how we do our job, how we distinguish differences in the field, and tell you why we think we're better than everybody else. As we go through here, you'll notice behind me that there's a slope here, and that soil is different than as we get up the hill. This is a small representation, but we try to distinguish the soil in those areas because they are different. Much of this field here at one time was in woods, maybe 50 or 100 years ago. So now that it's been cleared, it is a different soil than what is across the road here, which was prairie. And that is a much different soil and has been farmed longer than this had over here. Recently the owner took this ground out of production and put this lake here, but anyway, we're still farming the rest of this. The reason we do these differentiate the soils is the soils are all different. Consider it a bucket. Some soils hold nutrients that amount to like this bucket as an example. That's a very powerful soil, holds a lot of nutrients. The medium bucket, it doesn't hold quite as many nutrients as the other soil would. So all of them need nutrients in different concentrations to fill the bucket and give the soil a balanced diet. Then conversely, there's even smaller buckets that hold less nutrients. So they need each nutrient in different quantities for the size of the bucket. We can show this here. We have differing soils. This is a really black soil that is very permeable, holds a lot of nutrients. That would be similar to the big bucket. This soil here, it's a little lighter soil, not much organic matter, and it is more of a timber soil that is conducive to right here on these flat spots here. And then here's a heavy clay, which is on the hillsides and has different characteristics. So we like to take in consideration all those different characteristics in order to build a nutrient management plan for the grower that has possibly each of these three soils in the same field. So we look at these criteria. We are very independent. We do not sell products at SoilRight. We're in the business of helping a person make their soil right. And we go through that process. We want to do it annually because soil sampling and soil testing is more art than science. And with it being an art, it's very easy to mess it up. So just like our bodies need a balanced diet, the soil needs a balanced diet. And we want to give it a physical every year so that we know what to do and, more importantly, what not to do. So
what's unique about SoilRight?
SoilRight is unique in the fact that we're independent. We are independent professionals. We're involved with a laboratory that is also independent. There's only certain individuals allowed to use that laboratory, and that sets up a system of checks and balances that keeps everybody working for the farmer. So
does that lab let people who sell product work with it?
No, you're not allowed to sell products or make money directly from your recommendations by the selling of products. We find that as a conflict of interest, and you shouldn't be selling products that you recommend. We look at our system, as we are the doctor, the fertilizer dealer is the pharmacist. Just like with our bodies, the doctor doesn't directly sell medicine, so we feel that we shouldn't either.
So how's it different in the way where you take the samples, the zoning versus the grid? How different is that?
Okay, whenever we're doing zone samples, in zone sampling, we differentiate these different soils from each other since they have different characteristics. So every sample is consistent within itself. It's the same similar soils. And conversely, others may not do that. They just arbitrarily go out into the field and take what I consider arbitrary samples that may be parts of both of these. You know, it's very possible to have samples that consist of all three of these types of soil. So that's not a soil in it's a different soil in itself.
So they're averaging the soil over a 2.5 acre square.
They can be, yes.
Versus you go to where the slopes and valleys are and the topography of the...
Right. Yes, we take out the hillsides, which are generally uniform with each other, and then take out the flats, and those soils are usually uniform, and topography generally names how we go about doing things.
So if somebody has good to very good soil, do they usually end up spending about the same after taking your approach?
No, with our approach, we're much more economically wise and environmentally sound. We're in the business of helping control cost, which also helps environmentally, that we will help improve profits by controlling those costs, putting fertilizer where it needs at the time it needs it, and not necessarily not over applying just because.
So most times, if you've got good or better soil, or average or better soil, you probably could spend less?
Absolutely. Okay. Yes, we help farmers spend less money while controlling cost and improving profits.
And you have clients that have been doing this every year for
every year for 30 years. We suggest doing it every year because, like I said, soil is the soil sampling and soil testing is about 50% art. And
can soil change that fast?
It's not the matter of it changing, it's the matter of the data being correct. And we are always, on an annual basis, the data can help verify itself. Mm-hmm. So over time, with a lot of numbers, you can tell that the soil is in the condition it is said to be in. Mm-hmm. So if you only take a sample if you only sample it every 4 years, the next time you take samples, you don't know which data was right. Neither maybe.
So if you were to itemize maybe the top couple of benefits of SoilRight versus the average approach, it's what?
The benefits to our program is that we're independent first. We do not sell products. We are paid to care for the farmer's well-being. We look at things in a holistic fashion to control economics and to control environmental conditions and help produce profit where possible. So thank you very much for watching, and we hope to talk to you soon.